Okay, so today is a special day, isn't it? It's a special day for Bastie fans, and it's a, well, special day as well for Banku fans. So we're going to have a very special verbal intercourse, you know what I mean, me and Gary. So Gary, let's look at what happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
It's like all over the place. Everybody is talking about it. By the way, before I have this conversation with Gary, let's look at that bout again. I understand that the Bukom was stopped in the 7th round. Here is a report by Nana Kwame Asamoah.
Bastie Samir vowed to stop talkative Bukom Banku, and he did it in style in front of a huge crowd at the Bukom Boxing Arena on Saturday night. In a non-title fight scheduled for 12 rounds, Bastie produced the performance of his career to end Bukom's undefeated record by stopping him in the 7th round. The president of the Ghana Boxing Authority was there, and he expressed his delight at the performance of both boxers.
Well, the fight has lived up to its billing. I knew that this would be a cracker, it would be an explosive fight, given the records of the two boxers and the determination and resolve of each of them to dent the other's undefeated record. So I'm not surprised by the outcome. Okay. I'm not surprised by the intensity and ferocity of the punching that we have seen today. As you can see, this is a far cry from the Aite Powers Bukom Banku fight. This is a very competitive fight. Boxing legend Azuma Nelson was also present, and according to him, the best man won.
Well, it was a good fight, you know, and they both did well, very, very well, you know, and the best man won, you know, so better luck next time to the loser.
Were you backing anyone to win this fight?
No, I'm not backing anyone. Both of them are my children, you know, so I'm just praying for both of them.
Bastie Samir says he's ready for a rematch, but Bukom Banku was nowhere to be seen after the fight.
No problem, I'll give you a rematch. If you want a rematch, I'll give you a rematch. I'm always ready.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
But you see, Gary, everybody's talking about Bastie, but he didn't have an easy fight.
No, he didn't have an easy bout.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the scorecards,
yeah,
you know, after every round, Banku actually won the first, second.
The third?
Yeah, no, the third one too. But he won just out of 7. He probably won by some people's record in 3. Others said 4 out of 7.
Okay.
So, you know, but you know, when you are knocked out, you are knocked out. You can win the whole 10.
But so at the end of the day,
if you are knocked out, you are down. Yeah.
But how did this happen? I mean, a lot of people seem to have switched camps. There are people who used to love Bukom who have switched to Bastie now. What happened? I mean,
well, it's very interesting. This afternoon we had a show on Joy's 99.7 FM, and the explanation from Redwan, who was the commentator for the bout, was that he felt that there was an incident before the bout, if you recall. There was an incident before the bout where there was some gloves thing. Now, the whole explanation was that Bukom Banku's corner thought that Bastie had brought in a heavier, so, you know,
gloves,
the gloves and things were heavier. It's supposed to be 10 ounces. They thought that he had brought something which was heavier. You know, now what it is that, I mean, obviously if it's heavier, it means that if you are punched, it will affect you more and you will go down faster or you will weaken faster. So that took about 5 to 10 minutes off, and Bastie was really, really angry. You know, he was on the Super Morning Show this morning, and he actually said, for those who like boxing, they could note that in the first round or 2, he was just fighting emotionally. He was not following any instruction from his coach. Because he was so angry.
He was angry, okay.
Yes.
So that must have worked for him then, because
so,
when you get
according
angry...
to Ridwan, when that happened psychologically, it swayed the Banku fans to his side because they thought it was outrageous. Banku was complaining and complaining, and you know, when you are a champion, some of these small things you don't mind.
Yeah, but you see, talking about champions, I mean, I like to do a lot of body language reading.
Yeah.
If you look at the two of them, they seem to have very contrasting body languages, and Bastie seems to be the. I mean, some people have said he doesn't speak a lot of English. So
no, he actually speaks far better English than.
Is that so?
Far better.
Well, some people have said that he doesn't because
he doesn't speak much.
You know, because Brofo drew.
No.
So Brofo is not drew for him.
No. He doesn't speak much. I don't know if.
I listened to him
on the Super Morning show, but they even played it on the JoyNews specials, a 30-minute special. I think they'll repeat it later.
Yeah, we actually played a bit of it. But so the argument has been that because he doesn't, you know, like speaking English, he doesn't speak much. But he's got this laid back,
calm demeanor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you think that must have worked for him? You know.
Well, I think that he's simply a confident guy who knows what he's got.
Okay.
It's just as simple as that. But a lot of people. You know, Moses Fuamini has been speaking, and he said that anybody who knows Bastie knows that he wouldn't have been able, he doesn't even speak as much. But Bukom Banku forced him to talk, you know, and we are going to hear the fans. Bukom Banku forced him to, and that's the quality of Bukom Banku. Like, we wouldn't have got this crowd on a normal day.
Okay.
I'm sure many of them came because they like Bukom Banku.
Some wanted to see his
or they didn't want, So,
no people were there. Well, let's hear some of the fans jubilating after the bout, and then we'll have a quick chat as well on that. That's certainly something that reminds me of the Azuma Nelson times.
Yeah, it feels like Ghana has won some World Cup or something.
and this was a local match, by the way.
Yeah.
But you see,
there was no title on this.
Yeah,
that was
just money.
It was just bragging rights and money.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Which is good. But it means then that there's some sort of new boxing sensation for Ghana. I mean, where do we go? It's
always been there. Like it's always been there. I mean, we've liked boxing for a long time.
But something has happened. I mean, it went down for a while, but seems like something has happened.
Bukom Banku made us feel it with Aite Powers.
Right.
You know, the stadium was full.
Yeah.
When they fought.
And you can't write the story, the history of the story of Ghana boxing without Bukom Banku.
No.
So he's paid his dues, really.
Oh.
Do you think it was a bad idea for him to have taken this fight?
No, it wasn't. In fact, this bout has been 3 years in the making.
Yeah, so
3 years. They've been dodging each other, and you know, it's taking time for people. And we have to give Bukom Banku so much credit because
we should. Maybe we should give a round of applause.
Because
Bukom, to you.
He annoyed the guy so much that the guy decided that I'm going to do this. Let me just beat this
But
guy.
you think he came into the ring not to, you know? Okay, so this is one of the favorite parts. I mean, sorry for cutting what I was going to say short, but that was one of my favorite parts.
The dancing.
After you do that and you are beating the way he was beating. That must be terrible. I mean, after all of this, that guy actually looks like Castro. So after all this vim, and you go and you're beating now, and people are calling it the one corner beat.
The one corner beat. You know, but the interesting thing about Bukom Banku is that he's been on radio this morning and he's saying that people say he talks too much, and he's asking one question. He just kept asking, who is your favorite boxer? And he will tell you why the person is your favorite boxer. Because the person talks a lot.
Okay.
We all love Muhammad Ali because he was larger than life. Like, the whole country.
Larger than life.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a debate.
You know, he came to larger than life in the metaphorical sense.
I get it.
So like he came to Ghana in 1974, and people traveled all the way from at the time it was the Upper Territories. There wasn't Upper Eastern to come and see him from Kumasi because they just wanted to. Who is this Ali guy? people are always talking about.
Right.
You know, and people actually said it was like a pilgrimage for them.
Right.
You know,
quickly, and I know we may be running out of time. What's ahead for Bastie looking forward?
Well, this is the opportunity for him to come into the mainstream. Bukom Banku has been in the mainstream for a long time now. You know, if you talk about popular culture, he's cemented his place in popular culture.
But he hasn't done much of international. Has he done anything international?
And that's the amazing thing about Bukom Banku. He's cemented his place in local Ghanaian popular culture.
Okay.
The thing about Ghanaian boxers is that most of them don't have the opportunity to go international and fight world titles because, as it were, the Western world who are supposed to give them those opportunities are afraid of the African boxers. That's
a conspiracy theory.
No, that's what it is. They always run away from them. They would rather go for some Mexican or something than an African because they know that
Bukom Banku.
You know, the punches are more. Yeah.
I see. But this is an opportunity for Bastie as well to since he's been training with some of them out there.
Yes, and he was saying it this morning as well that it's a bit frustrating because he's been in the camp of Oscar De La Hoya, he's been in the camp of Floyd Mayweather, but nobody seems to be giving him the opportunity, and he's growing. He's 31 now. Yeah. You know, so he has to now come back home and fight what he can get at the moment. Otherwise, he will stay there and grow old. They'll give him the opportunity.
So it's good to come back home. So welcome home, Bastie, and congratulations to you. But this is such a spectacle, and it's going to stay with Ghanaians for a very long time. But we know that there's something happening with the local Premier League.
Yes, the Ghana Premier League has ended. Yesterday was the final match day. Ediana Stars are the champions. So
okay, so we're done. But just, I mean, that video, I just can't stop watching. I just can't stop. But I think that Bukom Banku has contributed his quota to Ghana sports, to Ghana. But in fact, the boxing arena, we should commend the previous administration for that. It looks pretty. Perhaps we can begin to expand it a bit more. So very soon we'll see Gary in the ring as well. He'll be beaten up mercilessly. But that's your sport on the pulse.